really?
Yeah.
This weekend got you in a mood.
No.
I thought I was the only one in the mood. But I guess not.
All right.
I guess we gotta let Fabs go away
More often.
We like this, Fabs.
We got to let you touch the streets more often.
I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. Not say that. Streets are not for me. You guys can have it. I don't want it.
By the way, what were the results of that poll?
As it stands, while we prep this, I gotta remind people about that because
There's an asterisk behind this poll, is what you're saying?
50-50.
50-50, see?
Yeah.
Really?
Does it tell you how many people voted?
12. 6 and 6. I don't know why you guys are surprised. I've picked up girls that have been at the bar by themselves. That's how I know girls go to the bars by themselves. And some of them that responded to it, they're like, what's the problem with going to the bar to get a drink?
There is no problem.
I know.
I said it was dangerous. I got hammered on that.
Dan's just looking out for
as you should have.
Dan's just looking out for the well-being of his fellow females.
As you should have. No, my thing is that
Because there's some slime balls out there. That's why
we
I'm
are
saying.
concerned.
I'm a concerned individual.
Why is it when you bring something up, all of a sudden you hate on it? I don't understand. Not like you specifically.
Oh.
I mean, like, if you ask that question, all of a sudden what? Well, women can't go out now and have a drink?
Oh, okay. No, they weren't. They were just like, but people are like that.
Yeah, why can't we just have conversations nowadays?
I don't know. Everyone's so defensive.
Yeah.
And you say one thing and they get triggered. I don't know why. That's why when I asked this, I was like, this was the key to me asking this poll. So the reason why I asked this poll and why we're recording this at the same time is because the females that saw the poll and didn't respond, they're trash. And their vote does count, and I know what their answer is. So shout out to you for not responding to the poll because I know what your answer is. Thank you. And that's basically what I want to say because, don't tell me that I specifically say ladies and you felt the need not to respond to the poll.
Did any males respond to that poll?
No.
Okay. Well,
they can read. Thankfully.
that shows the education system is working.
Shout out to the men on your friends list who can read.
Yeah. They can read. But that's how I felt about it. I was like, you guys are so trash. Like, if you go to the bar alone, you go to the bar alone. If you're willing to go to the bar alone eventually,
then you should be able to own it publicly.
Yeah. Who cares if I see it?
Exactly.
That was the problem. That was the problem.
Okay.
Oh, because they were afraid to vote.
Yeah. They think I will judge them after.
There's no judging.
Clearly, we don't judge anybody. We just have open discussions about things.
We judge people.
I don't.
I
do.
I judge soccer players.
I don't.
Wow.
Well, that's what we're here for.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
And that's what our esteemed listeners tune in every week for.
And I fully said, I was like, if you guys go to the bar, I'd rather talk to you alone at the bar than your squad.
Yeah. Big facts.
Maybe they don't ever say that.
Big facts. We're saying that all weekend.
Facts.
There's three levels of facts. Small facts, and big facts.
There's like rich now.
Oh.
Are you rich?
Okay.
Are you rich?
I'm definitely not rich.
Definitely not rich.
Yo,
I'm not Harry Rosen rich.
Oh, we've established that I'm definitely not.
No, it was a good poll. I think it was something that needs to be asked. And the females that didn't respond, I know where you're coming from, and I understand it.
Shout out to everyone who went to the bar this weekend, whether you went alone or accompanied.
Yeah. Just because I went. If I didn't go, then no. You're all with me this week. But yeah, it's one of those weekends. I mean, it's one of those weeks.
It's a big episode.
It's one of those Mondays. It's a milestone.
It is.
I don't know if we have to go down memory lane because 50 is a milestone, but
it's like halfway to the real milestone.
It's halfway to the real milestone.
When we hit 100, then we'll go down memory lane.
Yeah. I just remember the first time Fabs got in front of the mic. It was adorable.
Oh man, with that little lav mic.
Yep.
Boy, was that an experience.
Well, I remember,
and I remember your first time on the mic.
Dan's transition was much smoother than mine. I feel.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but that's fine.
Well, it helps when you have two people with you in that transition opposed to one.
Yeah,
you're just kind of with me. It was like, yeah. So it's a bit different.
It's either keep up or get steamrolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I jumped in the deep end.
Yeah. Like if the roles were reversed, it'd be me and Dan.
Yeah.
That would
That would have been some.
that would have been fun.
That would have been Dan coming in every week talking about goalies and Tyrrell getting fed up.
Yeah. I know. Lo and behold, we're going to be going down that road very soon. Dan, don't worry. I got you queued up for that.
Okay.
I got you queued up for it.
I'm just trying to think which keeper area you queued me up for. That's fine.
Well, all of them. All of them.
All right.
There are probably too many to count.
You love them all.
But yeah, 50. Happy to be here. We haven't even. We're going to get this off before we even introduce. Well, whatever. 50's big. 50's big.
It's a nice little milestone.
Yeah. Some podcasts don't make it to 50.
Some don't even make it to 25.
Yeah. Which is a bit odd. I mean, like, you got to get to at least 50 to say you got to 50. I
think people often give up before it's like the battle's even begun.
I mean, like, we could quit.
We could have quit after like 5.
No, we could quit tomorrow and I'd be like, damn, well, at least we got to 50.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
You know?
That's
50 is a much more appealing number than 25.
If I've ever done anything 50 times,
Yeah.
I've given it a go.
Yeah.
You know? That's
No
how I
one
look
could
at it.
tell you that you didn't give your all.
Give it your best shot.
Yeah.
To coordinate 3 people showing up to one place on
Yeah.
a consistent basis and to reach 50. It's
I
pretty
feel
impressive.
I feel like that's the one thing that people really miss behind it.
Yeah.
So the fact that we've done it, great. The fact that we haven't been killed yet, great. The fact that we will soon be killed,
Yeah, for sure.
even better.
Bring it on.
I can't wait. It's what we're here for. It's what we do. It's how it's going to go, especially with this week. This is 50 came on the right week.
Oh, I know where this is going.
50 came on the right week. I'm excited.
You love it.
I always come to the podcast and say Mondays are my favorite days. Here with 2 great guys. And we're going to break down everything we need to break down, right?
Absolutely.
Christmas is around the corner, like I said. I feel like that's just going to be the conversation starter for every single week until it goes by.
For the next couple?
I got nothing festive to really talk about.
No, not really.
I just hope y'all didn't start your Christmas shopping because I didn't start mine.
No, Christmas shopping is made to be done on the 24th.
Awesome. I'm happy. I'm with you. I know Dan did.
I've done a little bit of Christmas shopping.
That's good. You are the more responsible one of us too in terms of that.
You know, there's people that do Christmas shopping like November.
Oh no, that's way too far ahead. I was once in my day called a big planner, but I'm not that much of a big planner.
You've deviated away from that?
I like to think so. I think I can be spontaneous at times.
The last minute Christmas shopping is considered spontaneous.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. But
Talk your talk, Dad. Don't let him kill your vibe.
no. I still have some people left on my list. The most important people are done.
Oh, see, there you go. You saved yourself.
Thank you.
The most important people are finished.
Just remember, I'm a medium, in size 10 or 10.5. That's all I got to say. So if you got to go back to the store, it's cool.
Your Christmas gift will be next week.
At least Dan's close enough to the mall where he doesn't have to drive.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
That's crucial.
Yeah,
because that's like the biggest deterrent to going to the mall around this time of the year.
Do you know that there's people at the mall at all times? I went to the mall today.
Did I not tell this guy that like 3 weeks ago?
I went today at 10 o'clock. Don't people work?
I told you 3
on a
weeks
Monday.
ago.
A lot of people take the day off.
A lot of people play
Jeez,
hooky.
go to work, guys.
And around this time, hold on, whoa, you're off work.
I was just gonna say, shouldn't you be at work?
They're probably saying the same thing about you.
Listen, this is a hard-earned vacation.
Yeah, they probably had one too. And plus, it's Christmas time, so the mall is gonna be packed from the moment it opens to the moment it closes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Even with the extended hours.
Yeah. Oh, so that just gives people more time to like chill out and then show up.
Yep.
So, brace yourselves.
I worked at the mall. That was terrible.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, at a toy store.
He did.
Oh, that's even worse. Which one?
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Oh, okay.
Around this time of year, it was definitely an experience.
Yeah.
Did you start to hate humanity?
It was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Because people just don't care about other people. As much as we claim for this period of the year to be festive,
No, there was no festivities.
There's very little of that going on.
Yeah, it is. Come on, guys. I don't know what you guys expected. That is, Christmas. It's blood. It's dog eat dog. You better move over because Sally needs that toy bike. And if you don't move over, then I'm gonna take it from you.
Gotta get that crock pocket for my mom.
Yeah. For real?
No.
You should.
I don't know.
Be nice.
I said crock pocket. That's awesome. Crock pot.
I was going with it.
I was going to ask what it was.
I was thinking that's like a new invention.
Yeah.
You guys
the top of the line.
You just let me fail. I like that. That's how this podcast is starting.
That's how it's going. Episode 50, milestone. I feel like if we're talking about crock pots, then none of you guys really got anything to talk about. So since you guys don't got a lot to talk about, and we got a really busy show, let's get with the shits.
Let's do it.
Mic's on.
Yes, sir.
Cameras on this week.
We got it this time.
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
About to go down. It's the InnerViews Podcast, episode number 50. We've hit the milestone. It's your guy Tyrrell, live and direct from Toronto, Ontario. It's very late, past the normal time that we usually do record. When you'll be hearing this, will be Tuesday or after. And at least I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood.
You claim that mood.
I'm in a mood. I'm here with two great guys. Sometimes I call them my friends.
We'll see how the rest of the episode goes.
At the end of this episode,
they may not be one.
They may not be my friends. To the left of me is Fabs. To the right of me is Dan. How are you guys?
Solid. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Maybe at episode 100, I'll have something other to say than good.
Yeah. One day you just come here and just just let it out. Get into your bag. Like, let us know how you really feel.
One day I'm going to do the intro and catch everybody off guard.
I'm cool
Oh,
with
that would be a change of gear.
I would just sit back and just sip on this Perrier and really know how we're going to go with that. I got faith in you. For those who have never listened to this podcast or have never watched it, before we get into our soccer/footy analysis, we do, or at least I care about the two guys to the left and the right of me. So I kind of asked them how their weekend was because I've only talked to them via text and through the group chat. So I care, and I feel like you should care because they are good people and they break down the games very well. So guys, how was your weekend?
It was good.
It's good.
Now that there's two of us, I always hesitate on that question to say who jumps in first. It usually dictates who had a better weekend.
Well, then definitely you should be going first.
Fabs got away.
Yeah,
From
I
the city.
left the city. The air is a little nicer north of the city.
Ooh, talk about it.
The scenery is much more bland out there.
Oh,
I guess you could say.
Ooh.
The people are all very similar.
Oh,
It's kind of crazy though, because we're all from the city. So only once you start to step out of the city, do you really realize what Canada for the most part is.
Yeah,
like in a sense, because Toronto's so diverse.
Yeah.
And like I've been to other places in the world, like I've been down to Florida and stuff like that. I don't get a Toronto vibe. So when I go anywhere in Ontario other than here, I feel it to be very odd. Like I'm not used to it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a good time. Surrounded by good people, good friends.
The way you're building it up, I feel like you're gonna be like, I hate it.
Yeah, I was just about to say this is the letdown.
Where are you going with this, Fabs?
No, it's just interesting that you can literally go an hour away and you get a completely different. It's almost like you're in a different place.
No, I agree. I was telling someone today that Toronto's like slowly transitioning into like the mini New York City.
I think that's very accurate.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment.
And I'm not too thrilled about that, but for real, I'm
Really?
not. No, I'm not happy about it. It's just too much congestion. The vibe is totally different than it probably was 5 years ago. And just too much is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess if you want to be considered one of the bigger cities in North America, that's what comes with it.
Yeah. So I'm getting the hell out of here soon.
You're going to be one of those people going an hour north.
I'm gonna try to get this podcast back and skedaddle.
We're going over to Europe.
Yeah, we're going somewhere else.
Hey, join me.
Not this winter.
Oh.
You do what you got to do. I don't know if you're gonna want me to join you after this podcast. Dan, how was your weekend? I saw you Friday.
I was just about to say we hung out on Friday.
Yeah.
I feel a little slighted, but
You were
Yeah, you're gone.
you were out
you
of the
guys
city.
discussing my whereabouts. Is that what happened?
We were
Friday night?
actually worried about you for some time.
We're getting a picture of you and putting them on milk cartons, bringing them out to Rabba and all the other stores nearby.
Find this man.
Yeah, when Fabs goes away, Dan and I kick it.
Okay,
Fabs isn't invited.
that's fair.
Yeah, Dan and I kicked it on Friday.
Yeah.
How was the rest of your weekend?
Yeah, it was okay. Loki.
That's good.
Loki went to visit the family back in Hamilton and came back today.
I
And that's
respect that.
Yeah. My sister is coming on Thursday.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hang on.
shout out to Dan's sister. We got a lot to talk about. I know you're hearing this right now, and I can't wait to have you stop by for the podcast.
This is the only part she actually listens to.
This is gonna.
Then she turns it off.
This is gonna be great. I feel like we have a lot to talk about and a lot of insight.
I'm gonna have to put
share amongst
some of
each
it
other.
on there. She's gonna be like Parks. She's gonna sit off the camera so that she can stay.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a little mic.
Yeah, we'll hook her up with a mic.
We need some female perspective on this podcast.
I think that might just bump us up to a whole nother
Yeah,
There you go. She'll be here.
spectrum.
She'll be here on Sunday for the Sunday podcast.
can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We're hitting you guys with the pre-Christmas
the
podcast.
pre-Christmas
That's right.
podcast. I've got no festive bone in my body at this moment, so hopefully we pick it up soon.
There you go.
We'll have eggnog that night.
Oh, can't wait.
Trash.
Can't wait. Trash. It is. It is. Oh no, Dan likes it.
No, I hate eggnog.
Okay,
I was gonna say you enjoy
Sorry.
eggnog.
No, I hate eggnog.
No.
How was your weekend? Let me ask you.
My weekend was good.
Other than Friday night, which
Give
was
you a couple
probably-
nights off.
Yeah, I did.
See how nice of a boss I am.
Fabs gave me a couple nights off, so I decided to hit the Toronto streets on Friday. Felt really good. I was in my bag. Saturday, decided to go back on the Toronto streets again. Stop by a little function. The vibes were good.
Hey.
People were talking and conversing. You don't see that much in 2018. They weren't on their phones. They were jamming to the music.
That's it.
The neighbors weren't complaining.
That's
You could hear the
positive.
music from outside, and yeah, everyone was in good vibes. And then we had to head downtown.
Oh, I thought that was downtown.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say. I hope the neighbors don't complain downtown.
Yeah, I was like,
that was low key. And then had to head downtown on Saturday night for a friend's birthday. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. I don't really want to expose him on the podcast. And went downtown to the street that I said I would never go to, King Street.
Hey.
Stepped out to King Street.
You were
I
in-
stopped to Dan's spot.
Yeah.
I stopped to the route that is spicy.
Wow.
Or route. I don't even know what they call it. It was trash.
You definitely had a solid weekend.
Yeah.
You
Didn't see Ozo.
I was gonna say.
I knew Dan was queuing that up, but didn't see Ozo.
He's probably someplace warm.
I stepped in there. This guy said, "Yeah, hopefully." And just chilled out. DJ was trash.
Wow. Are you that guy? You critique the DJ?
Yes. That the DJ is the most integral person in that spot. If
That's
there's
fair.
anyone I care about
It's him.
in a club, it's the DJ.
Because you know the drinks are overpriced, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't drink anyways.
Oh, I forgot.
He determines how good of a night it is.
That's
Because the DJ is trash and no one's dancing. And I don't know too many people that were dancing in that spot. Secondly,
okay, but how many places have you been where you're like, oh, the DJ was really good? Because I feel like they're all the same.
no, everywhere I used to go to in my heyday, it would be determined on the DJ.
Yeah, but they're all the same.
Nope.
9 out of 10 DJs play the same type of
Nope.
list.
Nope.
Okay.
There's a way. There's. This is coming from someone who was
An aspiring
DJ in the making.
A connoisseur.
Yes, I was about to get into my DJ bag. Trust me, this DJ was terrible. He was terrible. You got the soundbite. He was that terrible. He was that bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
There you go.
That was what that.
That's a terrible idea.
Him being a DJ.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Sir Charles doesn't approve.
he was bad.
But like for me, they always hit the same 10 tracks.
No,
Like,
I'm gonna bring
like
you.
the DMX track comes.
We're gonna have to bring
no,
Fabs
the
to the
Biggie
club.
track comes.
No, Fabs, I'm gonna bring you to a function one day.
I'm down.
Function. Then you're gonna see a DJ spin. And
Okay.
then we're gonna critique. But I used to go to my spots based on who was spinning the night.
Oh, so you knew them by
So I
name.
knew who the
I do not know one DJ by name.
Who's the DJ at your wedding?
Whoever the venue sends me.
Okay.
Hopefully on that evening he's good, or if not, he's gonna be replaced by Tyrrell.
Yeah, no, I'll have someone on backup on speed dial for you. But that's how I used to determine where I'd go based on who was spinning. So that's why I was like, I kind of got blindsided. But the birthday guy, he had a good time.
That's all that matters.
Saw some good people.
That's the only thing that can save that vibe.
yeah,
Is if the people you are with.
yeah. That is
make
what
up for it.
that is what saved it. And yeah, man, just too many things going on at once, and I just had to like keep my eyes from left to right, make sure I wasn't the one getting hit with the with the vodka splash.
Oh no!
Or I wasn't the one that mistakenly hit someone with something and got thrown out. I saw a few people get thrown out. I was like, we're still not behaving ourselves in these environments.
Wow.
You can't because there's alcohol involved.
You know what? I've been lucky enough that in my, if you want to call it heyday, it was a short heyday. I've never been thrown out of a club, and I've never seen anybody get thrown. None of my friends have ever been thrown out of a club.
No, y'all are trash.
Yeah.
y'all
My friends are a lot worse than
you
yours.
guys are well behaved.
Yes, we were.
You had good friends.
I've
Wow.
got good friends. Yeah.
One of my friends got thrown out on my behalf.
Oh,
That's a quality friend.
Yeah. He took one for
he
the
took
team.
one for the team. Okay,
Yeah.
good for him.
I'll never go back to that club again. They were really trying to, that's a wild story. I can't even say it on the podcast.
Oh.
But yeah, I had a good time, stepped out in the city. I won't be doing it anytime soon. Just to let you
You've
guys
hit your
know.
quota for the year.
I hit my quota for the year. I don't think I've been out since
Back-to-back nights.
back-to-back nights since like Miami.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So that's a shout out to me. But just different vibes. And yeah, you young folks, man, y'all gotta behave yourselves. And just like the King Street vibe isn't for me. That's all I gotta say about that.
Somebody was saying that about us 5 years ago.
Really?
For sure they were.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I wasn't that rowdy.
Maybe
at
not
like,
you.
maybe at like 19, like the first time
Fresh out.
you get to go legal, no fake ID, no nothing. Like
You still remember the first time you stepped out like that?
yeah,
I could still tell you like the song that they were playing when I first stepped into the club for the first time.
Well, what
you're
song was
wild.
that?
It was that Rihanna dance club track. We found love in a hopeless place.
Oh,
Or
okay,
that
okay,
one.
yeah. Oh, whoa.
That's
Ooh.
when you first walk into the club at that.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah,
No, I don't remember what I was getting my moves onto, but
I'm not saying I was getting any moves to that. Whoa, stop that.
I don't know if you're in that little two step to We Found Love in a Hopeless
the
Place.
Diddy
But
Bop?
if you were,
The Diddy
you better
Bop.
not be hitting no Diddy Bop to that. I don't know, man. They play some wild stuff at the club. Like I'm not going up to a girl and trying to dance with her till We Found Love in a Hopeless Place. Like yeah, man. But
See, but that was like when the whole fist bumping,
I thought it was pumping.
pumping. See, look, I didn't even know what it's
Pause.
called.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I never did any of that.
no. You've told us.
You guys are way too cool for everything. Get out of here.
No. Okay, look.
You guys are too cool for me.
Look. When I was younger, you kind of had to hit the moves because you felt there was this thought process that if you hit the moves, the girls would be attracted to the moves.
They'd pay attention to the moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And they'd be
definitely
like,
was a
oh,
lie.
this guy can move a bit. So
Yeah. If you could teach them how to Dougie,
yeah.
Oh my!
But you want to know what, man? The dancing guys got nothing on the guys that can't dance. That's what Dan is like.
Oh,
You
good.
can't hit a two-step down. You're good, man. The dancing guys can only pull in a certain amount of girls that are attracted to the dance moves.
but you also can't be the dude who sits there and creepingly watches.
No,
everybody.
absolutely not.
No. There has to be a fine balance. But I'm just saying, the dancing guy is out there working his socks off and sweating, getting his cardio on. But like the baddest girls in the club aren't really,
They're not moving that way.
no. When have you seen the baddest girl in the club with a dancer?
That's a
That's a good point.
I was gonna say what I wanted to say, but I'm not gonna say because you told me not to say it anymore.
The dancer may get a girl, but he never gets the baddest girls, and that's why I don't. I'm there.
Hey, but to him, if his counterpart keeps up with his dance moves, maybe that's what he wants.
no, he's lying. Yo, the dancer guy does not. The dancer guy does not care if she can keep up with his moves. The dancer guy wants the baddest girl. The dancer guy wants the attention. That's why he's working so hard.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Thank God I was never that guy.
That's good. I'm happy.
You-
Now it's kind of like, yeah, if the vibe is good, the vibe is good, but you kind of know what you want when you're in there. Or you kind of know that you don't want anything pre-stepping into there. So it's like,
Were you the Neymar of the club scene?
Can we elaborate on what that is?
Did you know every single new dance move?
Yeah.
No.
Were you like the top class guy. Because I was, if you would classify me in the club world, I was the Andrea Pirlo. Just that classy guy, you know.
Wow.
Not saying very much.
Are you sipping wine in the club?
No, I was not sipping wine
With
in
your
the club.
legs crossed
No.
and a turtleneck.
I don't think I ever wore a turtleneck
With
to
a
the club.
pocket watch?
Nope. But, you know, laid back. Did my thing.
No, it's not the name. I just said that I was not working my ass off for the attention.
You were Paul.
Yeah, you were.
Tyrrell was Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of swagger, you know.
Yeah, you were Paul.
Just a bit.
Too cool for everything.
Yeah, but yeah, since that was my Saturday, that was my weekend, and besides that, we had to watch all these games. Kanye was tweeting the Raptors on a losing streak.
Offset was apologizing
to Cardi B.
Yo, that's wild. Take me back.
Yeah, he's wild. Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
That's
Hey,
a
man.
terrible idea.
Yep.
I can see why she said no.
Yeah, you messed up twice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or multiple times.
With 2 women,
Yeah, come on, man. It's over for you.
we got to be better.
Anything else besides that? Anything else that caught your eye this weekend?
No,
Nope.
No? You guys are boring.
I wasn't in the city, man.
You
gotta
you were
tell
in the
me.
city. Dan was low key. I probably should have kept up, but nothing else really caught my eye. I just know Kanye was tweeting for hours. Keep doing you, man.
Drake texted him.
I don't know.
Kim's just got to take his phone. Kim, be a good wife.
No, she was tweeting too.
Oh,
Well, okay. Well, then somebody's got to be a good friend, and take both their phones
Yeah.
away from them.
I don't know.
If I'm the guy at Verizon who watches over their account, I'm just shutting off their data for a little while.
Well, he could get a computer.
Well, whatever there's all their social medias are getting shut off.
Yeah, do what you got to do, man. I don't. That's for another. We could talk about that for an hour. So keep doing you, man. Like I said, since you guys don't really want to get into anything else, I got into your weekends. It's episode 50. It's the InnerViews Podcast, organic, unfiltered soccer/footy analysis. The best Toronto soccer podcast. It's the best soccer/footy podcast in the world. It's the best podcast in Toronto, period. I would like to say, because no one else is hit. You guys, people got to start hitting you guys up. Like when you guys talk to people, ask them what they listen to. Because if no one's claiming any Toronto podcast, then we are the best.
I know people that listen to podcasts and they don't listen to anything locally.
Okay, so we're the
It's
best.
all like the Joe Rogan.
Okay, yeah,
So we're the best.
So we're the best we're the best Toronto podcast. Sorry. It sucks to suck. But we're here weekly. And that's all that matters. Anyhow, shout out to the new YouTube subscribers. Shout out to the Facebook likers and followers. Shout out to the people on Twitter and Instagram that follow us and, you know, share their opinions on what we post and what we think. Shout out to all the independent men, all the independent women. Shout out to everyone listening. Shout out to those that are watching. Shout out to all the Christmas shoppers out there. Be safe. Shout out to those that, you know, aren't with their loved ones for Christmas. You need the love. We're giving you the love. Anyone else that you guys need to shout out? Anyone that really matters?
Nope.
Shout out to all the people working hard over the holidays too. You guys deserve it. This is not an easy time. Fabs is just breaking it down. So shout out to you. Keep working hard. You will get your rest day soon.
Shout out to the people that have to work on the holidays.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yep.
That's like us. We're working every day. Except
Yeah,
for
you're
Dan.
not giving me any days off.
Yeah, no days
Meanwhile,
off.
Dan's going to be in Barcelona sipping on whatever they drink over there in those streets.
Yeah, did this guy smiling? I'm not even looking at you anymore. Shout out to everyone doing good things, spreading good vibes and positivity. We appreciate that. We do the same until Fabs hits that music. And since no one else has really anything else to talk about, that means that it's time to get down to business, that organic soccer/footy analysis. No scripts, no ties. We do what we do and we're very good at it. And if you don't like it, whether you do like it or you don't like it, well, we're going to say what we got to say, and we hope you share some feedback if you don't like it or you like it. So Fabs, on that note, hit it. It's the InnerViews Podcast, episode number 50. It's a milestone. We got a lot to talk about, big things to break down, organic, unfiltered soccer/footy analysis. Guys, milestones. Any milestones happen this weekend? Anything big? Anything exciting? I know something happened today. What do you guys want to roll with?
I think we roll with what happened today.
We're going to roll with what happened today.
It's quite fitting.
Is that what you want to go with first?
Yeah.
So today,
Just because all the other stuff is quite typical.
as we woke up in Toronto Eastern Time, the Champions League draw was taking place for the round of 16. No one here really cares about the Europa League draw yet.
Nope.
We care about the Europa League round of 16 draw. maybe that would be more appealing. So, yeah, the Champions League draw happens. We got the games for the round of 16. And clearly, there had to be something good there. So what caught your eye? What was the most important thing? What is the biggest storyline? Tell me, because to be honest with you, I personally don't care that much because the game, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm going to say it. The games are in February. It's December.
No, I'd have to agree with you. But I think it's still well worth the talking.
Oh, no, you're right. It's worth the talking point.
But
Like, it's worth to start with.
But just because of things like form, injuries, so much is going to change in 2 months.
Yeah, everyone else got to it before us, which is why I like that we do this last, because I'll let people say what they got to say, and then we'll come in and sweep everything up.
All right, so I'll start first.
I know.
So for
you were
me,
going to start first anyways.
I know. So for me, on a personal note, Juve Atletico. But in terms of one that I'm just going to watch for entertainment value that I think will be entertaining is Liverpool Bayern.
Yeah, you said that. You said that earlier, and I'm just going to ask you, why is, besides the names, why is that entertaining?
Because I think, which one? Because it's definitely not entertaining Atletico Juve.
Liverpool. I'm going to get to that too. Liverpool Bayern.
I think that one is maybe apart from Tottenham Dortmund. I think that's going to be the one that's going to be the highest scoring. So if you're looking for goals, it purely entertainment wise, I think Liverpool Bayern is going to be the top entertainment wise.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of goals, lots of
goals for one side.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be the. I think that has the possibility to be the most entertaining. Dortmund, Tottenham also, but I think I'm going to venture on Liverpool Bayern, and then Atletico Juve. I mean, look, I don't think that's going to be the most entertaining game, but from a tactical point of view, I think that's going to be the most even matchup.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let Fabs say what he has to say.
Based off the draw, the only thing that really comes to mind is the fact that for once I feel like it's a lot of these matchups are fairly even. Like you look across the matchups and very few of these can you honestly look at it and say I have a winner in mind? Because even if you tell me can Ajax get a result at Madrid at this point of the season, who knows? Like we said, we're going to preface it and say that we don't know what things are going to be like in 2 months. Yeah. But at this point in time, can we see Ajax get a result in Madrid? Yeah, we can. Can we see, as crazy as it sounds, can Jose get a result at PSG? Sure he can. Can the only one that seems a little iffy, but City haven't been that great in Champions League this season is Schalke City. Because everything other than that seems to be fairly even. Because even Leon has played well in spurts this season. And you catch Barcelona on one of those days where they decide that Piqué and whoever's next to them don't want to defend. They want to get caught out. They're susceptible to getting scored on as well.
Yeah, a lot of people felt like that was the gimme, but we said that about Roma last year, and look how that went down, right?
Yeah. There's just a lot of it is just wide open. Like we've been saying, it depends injuries, it depends form. Like Dan's saying, Liverpool, Bayern. If Bayern don't get their shit together, that could very well be 5 or 6 over 2 legs.
That was one where I was just like, sucks to be Bayern right now.
Yeah,
because from what Bayern have shown us at the start of this season, that could be over in the first leg.
Easily.
If we're gonna be real, if they don't pick it up, which they did look a bit better this weekend with Coman playing and Gnabry looks like he's kind of getting it together, and Thiago completely dominated that game. I don't know how you could convince me that team, that sluggish, almost over the hill team, is gonna deal with that Liverpool side.
And tactically, I don't know if can Kovac keep up with Klopp.
Yeah,
because Klopp this season has taken it to another level. Tactically,
and that is why that does not really catch my eye.
So what's your eye catcher?
I think
honestly, I understand the notion that everyone thinks that Juventus and Atletico is gonna be this dull, dire 0-0, 1-0 over 180 minutes, but Atletico have shown me no, have given me no evidence this season that they're gonna do that. And Juve, neither of Juve really.
I think it's a battle of two teams that they got to get out of this matchup.
Yeah, and that's why it's the most compelling matchup, because we got two sides that, as I'm pretty sure every other podcast has stated, have been to the finals and have come up short to the better sides in Spain over the past few seasons. And both of them have invested heavily this summer, and both of them have this little cloud over their heads, and we're both watching them closely because at the end of the day, Atletico have to win some piece of silverware this season. I don't care how they want to spin it, they have to win something. So that's number one. And they definitely want to go far in this competition, and they blew it because they should have won their group, and they didn't. Juve, I watched them again this weekend, didn't hit that gear. Waiting again next week, they got to win this competition. I don't think they would want to draw Atletico, but they drew them. Now they both got to win. Both of them have to win, or both of them have to win this competition.
Yeah.
And one of them clearly are not going to because they drew each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now,
I think the pressure is on Juve, not on Atletico.
well,
I think Juve's got more at stake because, like you said, even if Atletico go out at this stage, they still, and I agree with you, they do have to win some sort of silverware. But if they win the Copa del Rey, for them, I still think that that's good enough. But if Juve go out, I don't think a Scudetto and a Coppa Italia doesn't save Max.
Copa del Rey is not good enough for Atletico.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I don't see them winning the league.
They're there.
I don't see them. I don't see them being able to outlast Barcelona. I could be wrong.
That's fine. No, that's fine if you don't see that. But I'm just, whether seeing them win and them having to win are two different things.
Yeah,
they have to win.
A piece of silverware.
I prefer most certainly the league or the Champions League. I don't think Simeone could spend all that money and just get a Copa del Rey and that's it.
Especially now with the fact that this Champions League run has also been based off the fact that the final is in Madrid. That's been like a whole pushing factor as well for that. That's why they've invested heavily.
We're not ignoring how much money they've spent.
You can't.
And you can't.
So they're here. This is their time. They won't get a better chance. Yes, they made it to the finals 2 times. They were underdogs here in this competition.
They might have had the second biggest signing in the summer.
Yeah.
They kept Griezmann.
And they kept Griezmann.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me, it might be the second biggest signing in the summer, barring Ronaldo going to Juventus. So you have two teams going head to head that might have single-handedly made each the biggest transfer in the summer.
I think it's very compelling. And
Is there pressure on
there's pressure on both.
is there pressure on one over the other? Or equally?
The only reason why you would slightly tip pressure over more to Juve is the Ronaldo factor.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. But on the flip side, if this game is going as many people are predicting it to be a very dull 1 goal over 2 leg tie, you would bank Ronaldo to be the difference maker.
Yeah.
If it is the way everybody is predicting, and like we've mentioned, it's so far away these next set of games that we'll analyze this closer as it gets there. But do you feel like whoever does get knocked out, that coach is gone?
When? Now?
No.
Like at the end of the season?
At the end of the season, yeah.
I think. See, I think it's a little bit different because I think Allegri will get sacked, whereas Simeone leaves on his own accord.
Yeah.
I think that's where the difference lies because I think Juventus will know that their window is right now.
Yep.
And if they get knocked out of the Champions League, that come the end of the season, it won't be a mutual parting of ways. It'll be, look, Max, we gave you everything. You had how many goals at this?
Yeah.
We need to change something here. Whereas if Atletico get knocked out, it'll be because Atletico aren't going to upgrade from Simeone in the coaching department. At least I don't think so. Unless they go to Poch.
Yeah.
And of the two Madrid sides, if the job is open, I don't think he's going to push to take Atletico over taking the Real Madrid job.
No, I think if he leaves Spurs, I think he's going to go to Real. If both of them were open, I think he takes the Real Madrid
and
job.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying. So I think he gets to the point where he's like, okay, I need to move on.
Mhm.
I think that's where the difference lies. Whereas Juventus is a max. I think your time's up.
No, I would agree with 100%.
So that's kind of where I look at it, and that's the most compelling tie because those are two teams that need to win. They're both one of the heavier favorites,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a fight. And from a tactical perspective, they've probably been the most intriguing sides in Europe over the past 5 seasons. But they're both in this funk where we need more.
Mhm.
We need to see more. And we don't know if we could see it from either side because neither side have shown us that this season. And if there was any time to do that, it's going to be here. And obviously, the matchups are nice. Ronaldo back against the Atletico backline. Diego Costa running at Chiellini. Koke, Rodri against Pjanic, Bentancur.
I think that's where
Matuidi.
Atletico have the little bit of advantage, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
Is
I don't know.
in that midfield. Because everywhere else, it's I'm gonna say that maybe barring the attack because Juventus have more options in attack, it's fairly similar. They both have very good back lines. They have great keepers. There's not too much of a difference between these clubs.
This is one time for Griezmann to actually show up because he should be taking Pjanic to school.
If he doesn't show up, you're gonna kill him.
Well, you want people to stop talking about Ronaldo and Messi every week and Mbappe and all these other guys. It's time for you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
This is
The stage is set.
Oh, let's not forget Mario going back to Atletico too.
Yeah, there's that as well.
So we'll see how it works out. But that's the most compelling to me because when I look at the rest, I mean, Spurs and Dortmund, I think should be really exciting.
I think that in terms of football might be the best.
Yeah, but at the same, right now it looks very exciting, but we don't know what
Yes.
Dortmund's going to be in February.
Yeah,
you can kind of project where Spurs are going to be. I don't think there's going to be any big, significant, increase in terms of in their form. And I don't think there's going to be much of a regression. But what are Dortmund going to be? Is Royce going to be fit? So that plays a key factor in how this goes down because, like I said, Royce is the key engine in how that team runs. Yes, Witzel has been great, but no Royce, no party.
Yeah, he's the key cog in that, and instrumental in everything.
Yeah, as simplistic as that may sound, no Royce, no party. And then what else is there?
There's the Liverpool Bayern, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
There's the Ajax Madrid, Porto Roma.
Ajax Madrid, that just comes a bit too early for Ajax. We don't know what Madrid's going to be, right? But I will say if that were to start, if that two-legged tie was next week, Ajax would be in for a pretty good shout.
Yeah, They would have every right to be confident.
Yeah.
You have United PSG.
See, that one's interesting. That one's interesting because we'll get to United in a bit, and I've said on this podcast on several occasions, I feel like Mourinho's going to be there unless he does something ridiculous and then he decides to leave. And I know a lot of people are pegging PSG to win this, but
I think that's a good matchup for PSG.
Well, yeah.
I think
PSG,
that, I think that's a good. I think PSG would be happy with that matchup. I think they'll come in as favorites come February. I still think they're favorites now, and I think they'll be favorites come February. But I don't want to underestimate Mourinho, and I'll get to. I have a little bit of a take on him from this weekend, but I'll save that for when we talk about United Liverpool.
The only team PSG probably wanted to avoid was Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody else, they would have been satisfied
Liverpool
to play.
Or you could argue Atletico.
Yeah.
But
But even then, I think PSG has the pieces in attack that should be able to break down that side.
But PSG couldn't play Liverpool anyway.
Oh yeah. They couldn't play Liverpool, so just Atletico.
Yes, because they were in the same group.
Same
Sorry.
group, yeah.
So it's just Atletico.
I was just looking at the bracket and what side they were on.
So it's just pretty much Atletico. You would like to think.
So for me, it comes down to Thomas.
Yeah, it's
big for Thomas.
It's big for him.
If he navigates his way past Mourinho,
yeah.
if he's there, which we'll say that he will be, if he can navigate past himself, quote unquote, as one of the better managers in European football, that's big. That's a big stepping stone for him, and maybe that will start the motion of confidence going forward through the round of 16 to the quarterfinals.
It just takes winning a tie like that to
Yeah.
really push on. And I'm not too sure that they're not going to do anything in the January transfer window. I'm not saying it's going to be a big signing, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do make a signing in terms of shoring up that midfield. So,
Well, it looks like they're going to lose Rabiot. I
I
don't know
was
if
just-
that's going to be in the
he's-
January transfer window or in the
he's,
summer, but he's on his way out.
I just read something today saying that he's not playing for the rest of the season.
Okay, there you go.
I need a source for that.
Football Italia.
I need a French source.
It's from L'Equipe.
Okay.
Um,
We'll see. He hasn't been there anyway, so like I don't think that really matters.
PSG sporting director confirms Juventus and AC Milan target. Rabiot informed me that he would not sign a new contract, so he will be benched for the rest of his time with the club.
Good for them. Shout out to them.
Yep.
That takes guts. I was going to use another word, but that takes guts.
You could use the other word.
That takes balls then, because he's not just some run of the mill player for them. Yeah, he's an important player for them. To bench him for the and let's see if they stand by that.
Well, Tuchel hasn't been too thrilled with him, and he hasn't started him, so I don't think that's really much of a big deal. I think the only way he would be in favor is if they have to rest players or running through injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they could afford to give the youth a chance if they continue their league dominance. So, like I said, Rabiot can't play in a midfield too, especially without a holding midfielder. So I can understand why it's not really working out for him. And even in a 3, they need someone in that base for him to really operate, because I don't think he has a tactical discipline to play in a 2. And I think that's been the downfall, where there's no Thiago Motta this season. That has been where we've really seen his flaws. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes when he does make that move. I know he's linked to Barca before, but he's going to have to definitely improve in different areas if he's going to crack that side, because we've seen a lot of players go there and not lack that tactical intelligence and discipline and positional sense to play in that midfield.
And this could be a matchup that plays into the hands of Mourinho too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Because there's no 9 out of 10 people are giving PSG already this matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So as opposed to last season when they went against Sevilla, and he was the one that needed to be on the front foot, and they expected them to get past Sevilla. This is completely opposite, where he can just go and play whatever type of football he wants, and he can play the reactive football. He doesn't have to be proactive in this matchup at all. And I don't think you can put it past him even with everything that's been going on, to potentially get something here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think that should be lost in this, because it's still possible.
Yeah.
Especially coming off of PSG's track record.
Yeah.
Because all we have to see is a decent first leg result for United, and all the French papers are just killing PSG.
Yeah.
And how do they respond in the second leg with that?
Yeah, I'll be the first one to say it. As much as I've been caping for them throughout that group stages, just like I've said about teams in the top 4 in England, you can't trust PSG on this stage yet.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are 100% with that, and I'm gonna say it too. You can't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
They need to show us. So, and I've given them that platform to show us, and this is a great test for them. And I think this is a good draw for them. I think if I were a PSG supporter, I would prefer them play a Man United or an Atletico opposed to playing anyone else, because this is where you show your evolution, your growth. This is that you show that you belong.
Mm-hmm.
No freebies, no gimmies. Like, it's time. Get the job done. So
Yeah, you got to be going from day one.
yeah.
From
So
the first moment.
yeah. So it's perfect for them, and it picks up the intensity during those months when usually they kind of slack off of it because the league has already won, right? So I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's time for them to really
And
show what they are.
And I think at that point in their league,
Yeah.
it might pretty much be close to being done.
Yeah. So this is a great chance for Cavani to show us who he really is on the big level. This is time for Mbappe to really, make a case for you being the next big thing. Neymar, you've been carrying them to the group stage. Oh, and Neymar running at Ashley Young, he may not make it to that second leg.
Nope.
Because, although Neymar should kill whoever's playing on that side, they're going to try and kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially
Yes.
Ashley Young.
Yeah. Ander Herrera.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be
Matic.
he's gonna be the butcher.
Yeah. So that will be very interesting. What else is in that group? I mean, what else is in that draw?
City get Schalke.
Yeah, City should handle that. No disrespect to Schalke, but
And you hope that at that point, De Bruyne is fully integrated again.
yeah,
Oh, he will be.
I'm not sure how close Mendy will be around that time.
yeah. You want to see City at their best.
Yeah, because I think it's only fair to see them at their best.
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody's waiting for because we've seen them achieve what they achieved last season.
Yeah.
But not 100%.
Yeah.
But then now the question comes down to what does Pep do in training?
Yeah,
because
we've talked
because
about
this
that.
is a reoccurring thing where if it's continuously happening, it's not just run of the mill bad luck. There's got to be something more to it.
High intensity, not much recovery time. It plays a factor.
But they should have that draw.
Yeah, they should have that down. This is totally different than who everyone else they've played thus far in this tournament. So
Yeah.
they should be fine. Who else?
Good,
Barca,
good,
Lyon.
good draw for your boys. Sorry, before we get to that one.
The reason why it is a good draw for Porto, but
That's the best draw Porto could have gotten.
But you don't know what Roma side is going to show
No,
up.
I don't. I do know what Roma side is going to show up.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Well,
that same Roma side that we've seen. That Roma side is what it is.
Roma seems to be a little different in Europe.
Um,
And it's not easy playing at Stadio Olimpico. They went on a nice run last season. I don't think that should be forgotten at home.
it shouldn't, but in terms of who Porto could have drawn, I think that's
Yes,
your best.
no, 100%.
Yeah.
100% in that sense, I agree with you. But
But
at the end of the day,
if
going
Roma,
into this draw, Roma are still
Yeah.
the better side.
Yeah. if Roma win, like we shouldn't be
I'm not going to be
surprised.
shocked. No.
No. I'm saying, but out of all the teams that Porto could have gotten, that's your best draw.
No, in that sense, I agree with you. But if Roma beat Porto, nobody's going to be surprised.
No.
More people will be surprised if it goes the other way.
Yes,
If Porto beat Roma.
you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Why would they not be?
I
Just based off manpower alone,
Uh.
you're going to peg Roma every time.
I would have Porto as favorite there.
I don't know if I would agree with you, and I'm the Porto fan.
I don't know about that.
I
Well,
think Porto are very limited as opposed to the different options that Roma have.
They just need to get Dzeko back and firing, and
Yeah.
that's just a whole different problem in itself.
Under running at Maxi Pereira,
Yeah,
I'm a little worried about that.
they have more than they should be fine. Roma.
Yeah.
the bettors don't. The betting line isn't in Roma's favor, but that's fine.
Really? Well,
No.
then you put your money on Roma.
The only benefit that I'm seeing is that I really like Porto's center backs, but Philippe and Militão, they're susceptible to make mistakes too.
Mhm.
So it's going to be one of those things where it depends on the form at that time and who really kicks off of game one.
Yeah.
Yes,
That opening half hour, it will be crucial in that matchup.
and like we've mentioned over and over and over again, it's such a long time before these legs.
Which is better for Roma.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But I'm saying it's a long time before these legs get off, and anything can change between now and February. So you are right. Maybe Roma changed their fortunes, but in my opinion, I see Porto as the favorite there. But
I appreciate that, Dan.
no problem.
Stop caping for Fabs. I'm not having any of that. I'm not having any of that. They're not favorites. You know,
Leon Barcelona, is there you want to go to
yeah,
next?
you better switch it up quick.
Yeah.
Like Fab said, Leon head to head, their disciplined side, they do what the manager wants. They have a game plan. They are susceptible to errors. So it's up to Barca. Which Barca shows up, and that's key. On paper they should get through, but I don't think it's gonna. We can't 100% certainly say that it's gonna be as easy as expected.
It's like 80-20 at this point.
I don't think they should sleep on Leon. I think Leon have shown that they are a capable side. They pushed Man City twice.
Yep.
So I think if Barcelona underestimates Leon, I think they could be in for a much closer tie than they would have originally thought. I agree with you guys. I think it's still heavily weighted towards Barcelona. But if they're not careful, Leon will push them every step of the way. It's not going to be an easy tie for Barcelona.
Well, they better get him Titty back. Valverde did say that If his treatment goes well, they will end the season with 4 center backs that they have. If not, the club will look for options in January. And I agree with him because Vermaelen,
He's out.
yeah,
No, he's
that can't happen.
No.
And
Well, he's out like physically.
No, well, like that.
Even him, yeah.
Like it can't happen.
Yeah.
Like
He
if
should
comes
not
up-
be an option.
Yes. And Longley, Piqué,
okay. Not great, but okay.
You don't want those guys running at you.
No.
But Barca should have enough to, you would like to think, to get through.
If Buddy is having a couple weeks like he's having the last 2 weeks,
Yeah, then they're toast.
then it
Then
doesn't,
that doesn't even
then it
matter.
doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. We'll get to that later. So
That's all I'm saying on that.
I talked about Ajax Madrid, and then what's the last one? Is there a last one?
No,
That's it?
No, we ran through everything.
We ran through everything.
I don't
Perfect.
even want to ask predictions because it doesn't matter.
No, it
Perfect.
doesn't matter. It's way
Perfect.
too early.
The week
Perfect.
before we'll do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. And so with that being said, you guys got your Champions League bag off since you want to talk about the draw. Dan, like we know what the biggest thing was this weekend. So I'm gonna let you I'm willingly gonna let him start. I'm willingly gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you start because I know where this is going. I know what the tabloids, the papers, the fans have been saying about what happened at Anfield. So take it away.
All right. So, I want to change up my tune.
Whoa.
I'm going to start a little differently. I'm going to give Mourinho a little bit of credit because I think he did the best that he could have, but in the situation, I think tactically he got it right for most of the game. I think the goals that went in on De Gea are what they are. Mourinho said they were lucky, and to a certain degree, to a certain extent, I agree. The only mistake I think Mourinho made was not introducing Pogba at some point in time in the game. I know that tactically and all of that, but I think when you're down 2-1, I think you need to introduce him into that game. I think he would have given you something. I know tactically he's a liability and whatnot, but he could change that. He could have changed that game.
Fabs, hold on, Dan. You think or you hope that he was going to give them something?
I hope.
Okay,
I hope.
That's much better.
Yeah,
that
I
is
hope.
much better.
I hope. I don't know. I don't honestly right now. I don't know what Pogba offers this United team, but I would hope that he could have changed that game. And I think he needed to introduce Paul.
You don't know what Pogba offers that team or any team?
No, I know what he offers some other teams.
Really?
Yeah. Not much right now, but I know he would be useful in other teams. I just don't think he fits in that Mourinho team.
He hasn't shown me that over the past 12 to 24 months.
No, and he's been poor. Let's get things straight. But I think Mourinho deserves a little bit of credit for how he set up that team tactically. I think he did what he could have done. And if he goes toe-to-toe with Liverpool in that game, they lose 5, 6, 7-0.
Yeah.
So kudos to Jose for setting, and that's what I was going to get to with PSG. I think he has the ability to frustrate teams, and I think he did the best that he could have, given the players, given the personnel that he had.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know you weren't. That's why. So,
but
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's where the tune that I was going in when we were like kind of previewing or predicting how the game would go. I was not surprised with the way that he did set up the team. Look, I got a problem with people that are jumping this Pogba thing because you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side because one week it's Pogba shouldn't play. He's playing bad. Like, why is he in the side, but he's not doing anything, and people are killing Pogba. And then when he doesn't play, when he rightly shouldn't play, oh well, you should have played him. Well, you should have brought him on. Like, you got to pick one. I stand with Mourinho and him not playing, and I don't think him coming on for the sake of trying to save the game would have done anything. And I don't think he would have saved the game, and I don't think he would have done anything better than what the other 3 guys there were gonna do. To be honest,
I think if anything, it would have left you more susceptible to getting scored on earlier.
I don't think he's shown anything over the past X amount of months to say that he deserved to be in that starting lineup, and he hasn't shown us anything that he could have come on and saved them. So that's why when people are like, "Well, at some point you have to throw Pogba on for what? Why? Why does he have to do it? If a manager loses trust in a player because that player cannot fulfill a role, regardless of who you're playing, then that's fine." That is fine. That's the manager's decision. The manager sees him day in, day out. We see him week in and week out. The manager sees him day in and day out, and he has no reason to play him. That is totally fine. If we see him week in and week out, and we can't find any justifiable reason besides the fact that it's Liverpool and that they were down, then there's no reason for him to play. And I don't think he would have done anything. And I've told you that Paul has a lot of growing up to do, and he has a lot to think about regarding his future, because the sky was the limit. When he was signed to Manchester United, they were saying the next Ballon d'Or winner, the next big thing. He was supposed to be the face of French football. And now you look at him,
he's just another player.
I don't know what you'd offer my team.
That's my biggest problem with Paul, is that he doesn't make anybody around him better. And a player of his magnitude needs to make the players around him better. Everybody talks about Paul. Paul performs at France not based on his own accord.
No, it's because he's got players.
Exactly. And then a player of his magnitude, you should not have to play in a specific side around specific players so that you can play your game. You should be able to play your game anywhere you go.
It's the same thing at Juve. And we've gone down that road. I don't need to explain that again.
Yeah. No, he was surrounded by fantastic players at Juve.
Yeah. Now, I understand why United would have purchased him, because you would like to assume, and specifically Mourinho would like to assume, that he would be given players to help surround Pogba with the tools that he needs to excel. That hasn't worked out. And I don't think Pogba's done himself any favors. I don't think he's done anything to try and improve his game, because that is not only on the manager, that is on the player as well. It goes hand in hand. You got to want it. Regardless of who the manager is, you got to want it. And he just doesn't look like he wants it. He doesn't. And no, if I were Mourinho and I was in this position, I would not throw him on there. He has given me no reason to suggest that he was going to make a difference there. But that's just the talking point, because that's just another way to kill Mourinho. Because that is where we're going with this.
I think the problem is that, and kudos to Klopp, by the way, for bringing on Shaqiri. No, I mean, you have to give, if you've got to give him some credit, because he takes Kate off and he brings on Shaqiri, and he went for it. And Shaqiri scores those 2 goals. Okay, granted, both of them by a deflection. But you know what? Yeah, Klopp went for it. He didn't have to bring in Shaqiri.
I did.
No.
Yeah, I did.
No, he could have brought Henderson as the first sub.
No.
He's in the title race.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I'm watching that game, and barring the first 20 minutes where they probably should have killed the game off,
yeah,
I don't think Liverpool were that much better than United, barring possession and territorial dominance.
Right.
I don't. Everyone's harping about the 36 shots, but how many of those shots were beyond 25 yards?
Few and far in between.
How many of those shots really tested David De Gea?
But I always felt like it was far more probable for Liverpool to get the next goal as opposed to United getting the goal.
Well, yes.
And that's why I think,
and in that sense, I think that it was eventually going to happen, regardless if Shaqiri was there or not. I think they would have been able to break them down and get a goal.
I don't think they have that switch without Shaqiri in there. I think Shaqiri added that extra little bit of attacking prowess, if you want to say, that they were struggling to break United down. And I honestly don't think that they would have scored without adding that little bit of attacking flair that Shaqiri brings.
I don't think him coming on really changed the game. And like I said, prior to that deflected goal, yes, they had much of the ball. Yes, they were finding space down Robertson's side, but United were fine. United were getting into dangerous areas, but Jesse couldn't find a final ball. Jesse couldn't hit the target. They had that one chance where Robertson cleared it before Fellaini was gonna probably score.
Mhm.
Like I thought, obviously it wasn't going at the way that United would have wanted, but they were in no danger whatsoever.
No, zero.
They were,
Zero.
and that's kind of my point is that Klopp risked it. He had who else was he going to bring on to really change that game? Keita was on for way too long, and they had that 2v1 because Lingard wasn't tracking Robertson. So obviously, you bring on Shaqiri, you push Mane out to the left. It makes common sense.
Because he sure wasn't going to bring on Sturridge.
There was no need to.
No.
You want to know what? If the game went on and they hadn't scored, then he probably would have.
Yeah, he would have probably made the substitution Sturridge for Mane, I think.
The one thing I do say is if you take, I think that's where Fabs was trying to maybe correct me, is that if you do take 36 shots, there's a good chance that one of those could take a lucky bounce or one of those could lead to an opportunity where a United defender makes a mistake. But besides that, I mean, that 36-6 or whatever it was really doesn't tell me the whole storyline in terms of the pattern of play or who really was creating the better chances.
But how many chances did that Man United team actually create? If we're being honest, the goal they scored was Alisson's fault.
Okay.
And then what Alisson didn't touch the ball in the second half. Not once.
Yeah.
With his hands. With his feet. With his feet, he was fantastic. He didn't touch the ball.
How many times did De Gea really touch the ball with his hands?
In that second half, he made a very nice save on Firmino with the toe poke. He made another save too. Two.
He made the toe poke and what? The one that was shot and he caught it?
Okay, three. There was another one.
That's where I'm going. Mourinho's setup was to disrupt and to contain.
And that was to my point at the beginning. I thought Mourinho set it up tactically perfect.
But Jesse, my point was that Jesse got into good positions. They got into good areas, but they lacked more so in the second half than the first. Because in the first half, they didn't really settle into the game till after the 25th minute or so, after Liverpool had scored. But at that point, you couldn't really say that Liverpool were going to score. Their goal came from a throw-in.
Yep.
And then a switch-off from Young. You know, United's goal came from a switch-off, a throw-in, and they bypassed. And then the Alisson mistake. And the winner, like I said, the winner comes from, obviously, Mane beats Herrera, and then deflected shot. But this is what you need as a title contender. If you need those lucky bounces, you need that luck. But I don't really think that the Shaqiri change. Obviously, he gets the 2 goals, so that is where we're going to paint the picture. But in terms of the way the game went, I don't think he really influenced it. He was, I guess you could say he was decisive.
Yeah.
If that's where we're going to go with it.
That's my point. Is I think if that's Keita in those positions, those shots are still going to go in.
Yeah.
That's where I think that it was eventually going to happen, regardless of if the change is made. Is that Liverpool with all that time and possession on the ball, especially with those 3 in attack, you feel like it's just eventually going to come at some point, especially when they're not really being forced to go the other way.
So Liverpool's one point up on City. There's a very, I don't want to say very realistic, but there's a good chance that by Friday, when Liverpool finishes playing, they could be 4 points up on City before their next game.
No deal.
No deal what?
Oh, I think you're going to ask if it was a big deal or a little deal.
Deal. No.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. But how much does that give Liverpool confidence going forward that they're still in this?
Still in what?
In the title chase?
They're in it.
They're leading the chase.
So look, I know how much we overhype. We're guilty. Everyone's guilty of overhyping City to a different standard to Liverpool. But regardless of what it is, Liverpool are in it.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. Whether they lose against Wolves, whether they draw Wolves, or they beat Wolves, they're in it.
They are. But what I'm saying is, if Liverpool keep having this lead, keep playing first, keep laying the marker down, how much is that going to affect City going forward
I don't think it does.
No, no.
at all?
You're not affecting the champions. Not a side led by Pep. Pep's not going out there and saying, "Oh, Liverpool won. I got to do something special or I got to do something different." He's going to go out there and play his game.
Right, but
And that's, to me, is the mark of a champion. It's just going out and getting it done.
If anything, it's Liverpool who have to.
They have the pressure, really.
They have the pressure on them.
What City did last year was like, I don't know the word I want to use right now, but it was unprecedented. So for them, they've set the marker. That is the marker. They are the team to beat. Liverpool are the ones, yes, they are in first now, but the pressure's on them.
They have to win every week.
Yeah.
They feel like they can't drop any points.
And that's what they can't do is go to Wolves or play Wolves on Friday and look past them. Because Wolves have played every single big side very well.
And they're going to play Liverpool very well.
If Liverpool drop points on Friday, I will not be surprised.
no. Now, I didn't check. Is it at home?
No, it's at Wolves.
Is it at Wolves?
Yeah.
So I'm all in you.
Wow.
I don't think that really mattered in this
Because
case,
the setup is still going to be the same.
setup's going to be the same.
It's going to be the same.
They played good away and at home against the bigger sides. And let's not forget, City have a big game against Palace, and they historically don't really play well against them, from what I recall. So we'll see how that goes as well. They're both in line to really drop points this weekend. If you were a betting person, I'd like to think that one of them will.
Yep.
I just don't know who it's going to be.
Before we leave this Liverpool United, it was interesting, Jose Mourinho's comments post game, and I forget who the interviewer was, but he asked Mourinho, "What's realistic?" And he said they're aiming to catch fifth and to finish fourth.
Yeah.
Anybody surprised? Anybody surprised by those?
No, what is he going to say?
I don't know
what is he going to say. Europa League? No,
I don't know what else he's going to say.
He's playing the game.
Yeah,
that's all he's doing.
Is I think they're 11 points back right now. Correct?
Yeah, roughly. I would like to think so.
At what point is the gap just too big?
I already told you that.
What was it?
I didn't give you a number. I gave you a date.
You said March.
I gave you a month.
And end of June?
No, I said I gave you a month. I gave you a month. I gave you a month.
So you're still sticking with March?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, man. I know maybe because it's double digits. I don't know what it is, but look, they're out of the title race. If you're to tell me,
no, let's not. Okay, forget about the title race.
No, but I'm trying to give you some context here.
Okay.
If we're here and you're talking about the title, yes, that's done.
Yeah, okay.
That's been done. But if you're to tell me that 11 points is done, no, not now. There's too many games to be played. Too many. If it increases, if it hits 20, then I'll be like, okay, now we gotta like really relax. Okay? It's 11. It's a lot. It's not going to be any simple task. Do I think they could do it? I'm not 100% sure they can. But I'm not going to say that, yeah, it is over today.
No, I'm not saying it's over today either.
But I feel like deep down you feel like it is.
I do.
I think I don't. Honestly, it's not over. I just think that they're just not a good enough squad.
So indirectly, you're saying that it's over.
I do. I won't sit on that fence. I do.
Okay.
I think 11 points in 18 games is way too much to make up.
It's been done.
I'm not going against you. I just don't see it in this United side.
And it's been done on numerous occasions.
That's fine. I don't see it in this United side going against potentially one of the best top fours of the last few years.
I've already made one bad prediction.
No, I just don't see it personally. I'll be very hard pressed to believe that all of a sudden there's going to be a complete culture change and he's going to get those players to play the way he wants them to. I think it's on the players just for whatever reason it is, they just don't want to get behind what he's preaching, and there's a little bit of there's tension in there, and I don't think in that scenario, I think everything that's built around it be extremely difficult to get those guys firing on all cylinders. That's why it deters me from thinking it can be done. I think in a perfect storm against a team who's completely behind their manager, Can you make up the difference? Sure, because they clearly still have talented players there. But can he get those talented players to play for him? I think to me that's a bigger question. Why I tend to not believe that it can be done.
That's fair.
That's my only thing.
That's fair. We have to wait and see.
Of course.
We have to wait and see.
Like with anything, it's time. I don't want to go and have the same conversation we've been having for a month over and over again.
It's crazy because on social media, everyone feels that like but that's just United fans being a bit too defensive. Feel that I'm the one with the Mourinho agenda and I'm the one with the United agenda. And I'm here caping for them every single week saying it's not done. It's not done. They're not out of it. It's crazy. It's December.
That's fair.
It's December. And I agree with Fabs. They've shown us nothing for me to suggest that they are going to pull this off. But I can't kill a team and I know to say only 11. If it's a title race, only 11 is a bit wild. And I've seen that be turned around. And much shorter time. I've seen that turned around in like February. I'm pretty sure that Chelsea side in 2010, 2011 were like 15 points behind Ferguson's side and brought it down to like the last day. And they weren't very good. So we've seen things like this happen and we could go season by season. So I'm not going to kill them yet, but everyone wants to kill them. It's the cool thing to do. Mourinho's time is apparently up. And I agree with Fabs. It's a bad environment right now. It's a difficult situation, but I've gone on record to say that Mourinho, you can't kill Mourinho without killing everyone else.
Oh, I think that's fair.
You can't kill Mourinho without killing everyone else. The board needs to get killed. I'm sorry, the players need to get killed. I don't care I don't give a damn what instructions the manager is giving you. Okay, you goddamn go out there and do it. You do it.
Yep.
You do it. Like I don't know who I don't know who they think they are.
What have they achieved?
What have they achieved?
To be that way?
They're like I'm not going to name pundits by name. Oh, these Manchester United players have done something before. They've proven that they could play under other managers. What the hell have they done?
Yeah.
What has Marcus Rashford ever done? What has he ever accomplished? What has Jesse Lingard ever done? What the hell has Romelu Lukaku ever done?
Martial.
What has Martial done? Martial, what has he done? What has Pogba done? The only person who could really say they've actually done something, and like in terms of winning something, is probably Matic, Chris Smalling, but I don't even know
Mata.
Mata. But even then, I mean, but yeah, he's won something. But what have they done? What have they proven to show that their way or the way that they want to play is better than what this guy is telling you what to do? And he ain't telling you to do much. So that's my problem. And that's my problem. And I feel like I saw, I don't know if Dan didn't want to bring it up anymore, but I saw the little Mourinho spent this and Klopp has spent that. And it's roughly around the same. And one guy is kicking off and one guy isn't. Look, at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp has full backing from that board. Full backing. And Jose doesn't. I don't know who's running the operation back there, but that board is not fully backing him. And we'll get to that in a bit. The other thing here is that I don't think we should be using transfer valuation to assess what Mourinho's done. Because I'm pretty sure Mourinho does not set the transfer fee for these players.
No.
Am I correct or incorrect?
That's fair.
No, that's fair.
He chooses who he wants to bring in. But I'm pretty sure if Juventus said you can have Paul Pogba for 90 million, I'm pretty sure Liverpool will go somewhere else.
Right.
United chose to pay that much money for him.
Okay, but let's then that same.
The reason why I bring that up, sorry to cut you off, is because when Mourinho this summer asked for Toby and he asked for Harry Maguire, and those transfer valuations were set and they were extremely high, the board said no.
Okay,
the board said no. So you could say no to Toby and Harry Maguire, but when other clubs are fleecing you, like Everton did for Lukaku, and when you got fleeced for Matic, and when you got fleeced for Pogba, you're giving in for what? I know what the answer is, but for what? For Alexis. We still to this day don't know if Mourinho actually wanted Alexis Sanchez. We just know that he was available.
Sure, no, and I agree with your points. If you take out, but that argument can still be made that if you take out those transfer values, Mourinho did pick those players. Forget about the transfer value. Okay.
Do we know? I know he picked Lukaku.
Yeah, and I know he picked Pogba, and I know
we don't know that. We don't know that.
So you're telling me that the board signs players that the coach doesn't want? I find that very hard to believe. I find it almost impossible to believe that
they don't sign players that he does want.
Okay, but we're not. That's not the argument.
But they don't sign the players that he wants.
There's no way that a guy like Jose doesn't have a say on who's coming in. He may, and to your point, he may have asked for Toby and Maguire, and the board had said no. But there's no way that the board signed someone and they say to Jose, "Okay, we signed this player. Now you have to use them." I doubt that's happening at any football club.
That's not true. And
so you're telling me that
that's happened to him before. Shevchenko, Ballack, Chelsea. He wanted Shevchenko at Chelsea. He didn't want Shevchenko at Chelsea. He didn't want Michael Ballack at Chelsea.
But I'm talking about at United right now.
Okay, but you're saying you doubt that happens at any other club, but that's happened to Mourinho already. So that's my point. Okay,
but right now, this situation, don't tell me that he's what he's asking with those players on that list.
Okay, well, he wanted Pogba. Okay, let's say he wanted Pogba.
Fred.
Let's say he wanted Pogba, and it didn't work out.
Fred.
Well, okay, hold on. I'm sticking to Pogba. Let's say he wanted Pogba, and it didn't work out.
Okay.
In previous seasons, when that happened to Sir Alex Ferguson, when he brought in players and it didn't work out, they got rid of him.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's on the board.
But why can't they get rid of Paul Pogba?
They can.
No.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Why not?
Because there's too much money invested into Paul Pogba.
Okay, but they can.
But that is my point. So that is a reason why they could have signed Paul Pogba. I'm not saying that Mourinho didn't want him, but we don't have full evidence that Mourinho really wanted Paul Pogba. But you are saying that you are 100% convinced that he wanted Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba means more to Manchester United than just what he offers on the field.
But we've had that discussion, and I agree with you 100% that he does offer that. But to your point, even the Beckhams that were there with
don't do that to Beckham, because Beckham was great.
He was great, but you know what? If Beckham,
he was great before he became a name.
Yes, but if Beckham was playing like Paul is right now, I know for sure he would be out the door. Ferguson wouldn't have cared.
So why is Pogba still there?
That's the best question.
Yeah, exactly.
Because United, you want the answer?
Exactly.
Because United's afraid to lose all the money they invested in Paul Pogba.
No.
You don't think so? Then why isn't he gone?
That's the question I'm asking you. You said Mourinho wanted him.
Mourinho did want him, but he failed Mourinho. He failed Mourinho. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Who else did Mourinho want?
Fred.
Who else? Okay. That takes time. That's a one season. He needs to get introduced to the season, and I mean to the different country, different climate. He gets a one season pass. The Bailly and the Lindelof signings, they needed new center back, so I feel like that could get a pass.
Can I just say one thing in this whole conversation?
Good.
Is even with all that comparison between Liverpool and United, what has Klopp achieved at Liverpool?
And that's the other thing.
He hasn't won. He needs to win.
Exactly. And that I was getting to that, but I want to see, like, you're bringing up these two transfer the money that they've used, but Klopp hasn't done a goddamn thing. He really hasn't.
If he goes and comes second this season, he'll achieve what Mourinho achieved last season.
He really hasn't done a goddamn thing, which is why I found that really funny that we're doing Let's Compare. And
we're doing a Let's Compare right now when Liverpool are at their peak.
Yeah.
That's a little unfair.
We weren't doing a Let's Compare last season.
We do Let's Compares at the end of the season.
We're doing a Let's Compare when Liverpool were... Look at the money that Liverpool have been given to who they've brought in and what they were coming in. In terms of Van Dijk, who he was coming to that team. He was definitely one of the best center backs in the Premier League, if not one, joining Liverpool. I can't say the same about Paul. I can't say he was the best at anything.
But then you can make the counter argument that all of those guys that have been brought in to Liverpool right now, they're all worth a lot more than what they were brought in for and what their values are now. How if Liverpool sell Van Dijk, they're gonna make a profit on Van Dijk.
That's fine.
They're gonna make a profit on Salah.
That's fine.
Can you say that to all of those Man United signings?
I don't think that's the goal.
Why does that matter?
That's not the goal. The goal is trophies.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what
Yeah.
matters. We're in a sport where
I don't
matters.
care about valuation or who they're going to sell for what. I said this about Klopp 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Win, and then you have something to really talk about. But I don't care what they're doing right now if they don't win. I don't care if they make it to a Champions League final. I don't care if they make it to a Europa League final. I don't care if they make it to the FA Cup because they got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. So
Yep.
I don't care what they do unless they win. That is the main goal. Mourinho's won. You could discredit the trophies as much as you want. He's won something with that United squad. And I don't think he should have won anything with that United squad. I don't think that United squad is good enough to win anything.
I agree.
You can bring in Poch, you can bring in whoever you want, but look, if Pep went to that United squad, there would have been a huge overturn. Anyone that comes to that club next year, there has to be a huge overturn from the top to the bottom if they're going to do anything. Period.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you in terms of what Klopp has to do with this Liverpool team. I think the same argument that we made about Juve winning now. I think the same window applies to Klopp. Klopp has to win now.
Of course.
Problem is that Klopp has a little bit of a tougher time winning trophies than Max at Juve. But you are right. Klopp needs a trophy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say any trophy, but
No. At this point, it's any trophy.
you think?
If they go trophyless this season, it is a failure. I don't care if they push City. I don't care if they push City to the last day. They invested so much money into that squad. He has gotten everything that he's wanted.
I'd have to second that.
He's gotten everything he's wanted.
Anything at this point.
He got. If Chelsea didn't sell Courtois, he would have had the most expensive goalkeeper. He has the most expensive defender. Who did he bring? He brought in depth. He already had the best attack from last season. What else more does he want?
I don't think he could have any more than what he has now. I just think it's going to be tough for him to win a trophy this year. I just don't see him, other than maybe what trophy are they still in? What
FA Cup.
FA Cup. Thank you. That might be something that they could win, but I think the rest of the competition, they're going to be tough to win the other two that they're in.
Well, I'm sorry, but when you invest that money like every other club has this season, all the big clubs, it's the same thing that applies to them. It's the same thing that applies to Atletico. It's the same thing that applies to PSG in terms of winning the Champions League. It's the same thing that applies to Juve in terms of winning the Champions League. Anyone that's made a big investment, that is the cost. You make the big investment, you have to win.
Can't be given a pass.
Yeah, you don't get a pass.
At least not here.
You don't get a pass for coming close against Manchester City, for not making the grade in the Champions League, for not winning any of the smaller domestic cups. You spent that money. You got what you wanted. You know?
Yeah.
You're given the hype. Everyone's giving you a pass. But if you don't win anything, then what's your purpose?
No, you have to win. Look, I'm not
there to contend.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Klopp has to win some trophies, and that time to win is now. I don't disagree with you. And
the one of the big differences here is that Klopp is a very likable guy, and he plays a type of football that appeals to that culture, the tackling, the pressing, the work rate. They love that.
Mm-hmm.
They love him. He looks like a nice guy. He looks like a guy that I would probably love to talk to and hang out with on a Friday night. Pause. Jose is not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
So they want to kill him. I'm sorry. It's harsh to say that there is an agenda, but they don't do themselves any favors by the way that they assess him and his work and what's been done. The problem from the board to the bottom to him, Mourinho deserves some shtick. You know, he does deserve some criticism, but they're all responsible, and that is what it comes down to.
Give him the gunshots, Fab.
No. So that's how I see it. I don't know if they're going to finish in the top 4, but I'm not killing them yet. And we're all on this Klopp rave, but win something. I don't care how much money you spend. I don't care if you save some money. If you got the bargain don't mean shit if you don't win. Period. I'm tired of these guys. Every week, it's the Klopp love affair.
Yeah.
It's the Klopp love affair. But you haven't won anything. So I put you in the same breath as I put Pochettino. I don't care about the circumstances. At the end of the day, you're there to win. And Pochettino, the reason why Pochettino doesn't get a pass is because when he should have won the league against Leicester, he bottled it.
And even he hasn't been given the keys like
Yeah.
No.
Klopp's been given.
Yo.
He would have took just Virgil's money and been happy.
Yep.
So I'm not having it, man.
Speaking of Spurs, they get a dire win.
Oof,
Boy, did I jinx that one.
That was hard to watch.
You did. You did jinx that.
When I seen Christian come on, I'm like, oh, here he comes.
That was probably one of Burnley's better performances this season.
They just can't buy goals.
But that was always going to be the issue in the second season because they never upgraded anyone that they had up front.
Yeah.
Spurs, they go about their business and they do it ugly again. Difficult week, I guess. Champions League hangover, if that's what you want to, if you want to be cliche and call it that.
Mm-hmm.
They're sticking to Dan's notion as being the 3rd best team in England right now.
Good for them. They're at least going to make one of my predictions hopefully come true.
Well, it's still a long time for that.
I know. I'm 0 for 1. So,
but yeah, they just towards the end, you felt like it was coming, and it eventually came. So, shout out to Spurs.
I'm waiting for Dan to kill Joe Hart.
Why? What was that?
You're not killing him for getting beat at short side?
No.
Okay.
No, I have
this inconsistent goalie slander is crazy.
No. No, come on.
Yo, you can.
Huh?
Yo.
What?
No. I give Joe a pass.
De Gea for not being able to start a Kuhn
Yeah.
7-yard rocket.
No, come on.
And you can't. And you're gonna let Joe get the pass on an Ericsson tap to the short side.
No, come on. That wasn't a tap. That was a good hit.
I think you need to rewatch that replay.
That's a good hit. I'll give Joe a pass.
He didn't even put his laces through it.
Listen, he played for Torino. Yeah, he
okay,
suffered.
now I see where the love affair comes from.
Yeah,
fair enough.
He suffered.
Your boy scored Fabs.
Yes. We are now only 12 away from my prediction.
That's 12 is not happening.
He's got to score 12 in the remaining 18 games.
He played.
I have hope.
If you know what? If he starts to heat up, I'm going to put him in my fantasy team.
Don't do that.
This little false 9 experiment.
Yeah.
We know that won't last.
Yeah,
No.
that shouldn't last.
No.
They got by. It wasn't pretty towards the end.
This week, right?
But they got by.
Alonso should have been sent off, by the way.
Okay.
A couple of yellows that he got away with, but
fair enough.
All in all, I didn't think they were great.
Nope.
It seems to be the running narrative.
It's that time of the year.
Yeah.
It's when it picks up.
But I'll take poor performances, good results at this time of the year.
With them and with Arsenal, I guess we could give them a pass because of what the transformation that they're going through. And it's like, okay, well, you're trying to build towards something.
And especially because there's this period of time now where there's so many games.
Yeah.
I'll give the Spurs a pass. I'll give these teams a pass where just getting the 3 points. Because right now that's where it's crucial. Just get the 3 points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. They moved ahead of Arsenal because Arsenal lost. They didn't have many center backs.
Didn't have a very good goalkeeper either while you're at it.
Yeah, that's Fabs' guy too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fabs. I'm going to kill him. And
he's shown to be the type of goal who's just trying to do too much.
Yep.
He's just got to relax, chill. Stay in your box sometimes, you know? You don't have to be involved in every single play.
Yeah.
I think that's almost like a Pickford type thing where he feels the need to be involved all the time.
Yeah, he's got to chill too.
Yeah, he's got to relax. But and then this whole second half thing, it's starting to really annoy me.
Yeah.
Because you can't continuously go through these games being terrible in the first and then wake up in the second.
No.
Like, that's a cool story
Yeah.
for only so long.
But I've told you, that's on Unai.
Yeah, of course.
That's on him. That's lack of preparation.
Yep.
Your team should start games well.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to go into halftime and tinker with things and get them right.
And then give yourself 45 minutes to get a result.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
That's poor management.
No, I agree 100%. That's what I mean. It's been a good story thus far.
Yeah.
But you
But
can't
to be
keep.
successful and be a top 4 team,
Yeah.
that can't be a running narrative that you're a negative goal differential in the first half and then positive in the second.
No, Fabs, I agree with you 100%.
Because it's going to run out.
Shout out to Danny Ings. That's my main guy.
No, stop that.
Told you.
No.
Told you. I like the way that Southampton went about their business.
New coach?
The only thing I've always said about them is that their midfield stinks and that Yoshida should not be starting for them. And I'm going to say that every week until we get him the hell out of here. He is not good enough.
Unfortunately, after losing Font, after losing Virgil.
He's not good enough.
That's all they got.
Yeah.
Bednarik and Vestergaard to the death. Like, you got to find someone else in there.
You're going to be flying that flag alone.
Yeah, it was bad, man. Danny scored 2 great goals and then Charlie capped it off.
That's like the worst striker pair ever.
Throwing a
Throwing
bit
a
of Shane Long.
And throwing a little
Oh, boy.
Gabbiadini in there while you're at it.
Gabbiadini's the spice.
To think that Gabbiadini doesn't even touch the pitch with those 3
Yeah.
ahead of him is quite crazy.
I don't think he trains well.
I don't know.
I'm coming to that conclusion.
Too much pasta?
There's something there.
I feel like he just enjoys his cigarette and espresso
Yeah,
far too
yeah,
often.
Yeah, there's something there because I feel like he's definitely probably the better striker out of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
He's the most talented.
But
of the
yeah,
3.
so there's something behind the scenes that he's not doing right.
Too many Pizzelli.
But
Hey.
I think they moved out of that was like their first away win, and
Are they out of the bottom?
months.
Are they out of
and
the
I
bottom
think they're
3?
out of the bottom
They're
3
tied
on
for
goal
the-
difference.
They're tied with Burnley.
Yeah,
Wow.
they could be fine.
It's a logjam.
But like
at
I,
the bottom.
Who's-
they
sorry.
need goal scorers.
It's Fulham and
Huddersfield,
then?
Burnley, Southampton.
There are too many.
Okay.
There are too many bad teams.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
logjam up until Newcastle.
Shout out to Newcastle for winning this weekend.
Yeah.
Big win for them. Who else played?
Everton.
Oh yeah,
and
City won.
Yeah.
I told you, Gabriel scored twice.
Good. It's that's exactly what they need, or that's exactly what he needs, is to find his form again.
Mhm.
Because they are a different side when they have the ability to at times start Gabriel and Aguero together, or mostly when Aguero needs a rest. Because we know Aguero can't go game in, game out and be productive. We know he likes to go have a blistering month and then sort of taper off for a little bit, or pick up a knock or something happen to him. So the ability to have Gabriel coming off the bench, I think, is huge.
Very huge. I told you that you're gonna roast me, but like, or you're gonna roast him. But I told you his mother. My confidence is back because my family is here with me, said
Hey.
the 21-year-old. They help me a lot. It is easy for me because they are everything. I need my family in this moment.
Hey, shout out to moms.
Maybe his mom's back home cooking meals for him after the games and before the games now.
Pep also said he settles so well from the beginning, but it's much better because his family is here and strikers need to score goals. What the hell does that have to
He
do
throws
with
in the
anything?
little jab at the end.
Yeah.
Strikers need to score goals. Thanks, Pep.
De Bruyne's back.
Yeah, he played
Yes.
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
I know we'll probably have this conversation at some point, but Everton sure spent a lot of money to be 8th.
Well, I told you that at the start of the season when everyone was caping for them. That's not happening. And here we are. Not having it. Yerry Mina needs to do much better.
Barcelona was an incredible piece of business by them.
Yep.
They bought him.
Yeah.
And in 6 months sold him, made a profit. And he was never really that good.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of those World Cup things.
Yeah. So
I kind of liked Lucas Digne, by the way.
I think he's far better than what Baines was offering to you at this point in his career.
Yeah.
I think Baines and Coleman, I think the time is up for both of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Which
agree.
is unfortunate because they don't really have an option on the right
No.
for Coleman. But
So I don't know. Everton haven't really impressed under Marco, and Richarlison has kind of slowed down, and they need some goals. And they need to keep them out. And Pickford and the back 4 need to be much better.
Your team won again this weekend, by the way.
Wolves, Fabs' team.
No, that's Fabs' team. I thought your team was West Ham.
Oh yeah, I came for West Ham and Newcastle.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I only came for West Ham because y'all thought Pellegrini was going down.
I
That's
never
not
said
happening.
that.
Well, Fabs thought Pellegrini was
yeah, I
going down.
did.
Oh,
That's
okay.
4 in a row for them.
Yeah. And the Scottish Messi, as he's known, Robert Snodgrass, scored again.
That was quite a finish.
It was.
Don't ever call him that.
That's his nickname.
Yo, he's.
Who gave him that nickname?
I have no idea. Some drunk
His
people,
mom.
I'll
drunk
take,
Scottish friends,
I'll take Messi's right foot over Robert. Sorry.
Yeah.
both feet.
Yeah.
No, I take his right toe. What else happened? Is that it in the Premier League?
That's England.
No, Wolves won too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palace won.
Palace won.
Palace won.
Barely.
They
I
beat Leicester. Fulham lose again.
Yeah.
I just feel like they have too much talent to be last in the league.
Well, we said that they're top heavy. They're defensively. They're terrible.
awful.
Mitrovic does not look happy.
No,
He looks like one frustrated player.
I watched that game in full, and
Yo, that is trash. I watched that over Dortmund.
I did. Sorry. And to Tyrrell's point, that Fulham defense is horrific.
It's been the narrative throughout the season.
Horrific.
The midfield is okay enough to survive in the Premier League. They have attacking options, but the defense is brutal.
And if United or if West Ham had any sort of greater attacking threat other than Felipe Anderson, that could have been 4 or 5 goals. Really, that defense was horrific.
That's fair. Bundesliga. Bayern won.
Convincingly for the first time in a little bit.
I think it's more because it was Hanover, right? I'm pretty sure it was Hanover. Was Hanover?
It was
not very good. Not very good.
Yeah, it was Hanover.
Thiago makes a big difference, and he completely controlled that game. And I've felt that through this rough patch, I've told you guys the Kimmich, Goretzka, they just lack a controller in there. Someone who could just really slow down the game when they need to, dictate the tempo of the play. And Thiago did that over the weekend. Coleman's directness helps, and it allows Ribéry and Robin to get a rest. Gnabry looks like he's getting a bit better. Thomas is still being Thomas, which
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad
looks
thing.
like it's almost time to put him in rice.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Loa scored, but that's not a surprise.
Nope, he always scores.
Yeah. So
And it's a big midweek
it's a big
Yes.
because they play Leipzig.
Yes.
and then they play Eintracht Frankfurt over the weekend. So it's big for them. They have to close it out well because, as you know, Dortmund are now winter champions, or they call it autumn champions.
Winter champions.
Yeah, winter
Yeah.
champions. Yeah.
And I read somewhere that the last time Dortmund were winter champions, they won the league.
Well, look, this weekend I thought their game was very intriguing.
Paco scored again.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys felt about that free kick.
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
Did you see the free kick? Where they like
They.
did
I
that-
know it was the Paco like glancing header.
Yeah, it was like a botched step over, or like they faked it.
Yeah,
and,
apparently they faked it, and it's all
Yeah.
a set piece play.
Yeah, shut up. No, it wasn't. That was just bad
You guys
defending.
got lucky.
Yeah, it just worked out. Look, they look really good. But at the end of the day, it's just Royce makes so much of a difference here. They're very organized without the ball, and yes, Witzel and Delaney deserve a lot of credit, but he's the difference maker. He connects the attack. He leads the transitions, and
He might not have a primary assist on a lot of goals,
yeah.
but he's literally involved in 90% of their goals that they do score.
Cruz scored a great goal, by the way. The Max Cruz scored a great goal.
Yeah, that was a hell of a hit.
Yeah.
But they play a tough game away from home first, and then they play Mönchengladbach on the Friday coming up.
Friday.
So, if I think Bayern are praying that this week they make up some sort of a difference here.
At some point, you got to feel like Dortmund got to lose, right? They're not going to go unbeaten, are they?
I can't see it.
But
I think they have far too many young kids on this team to.
Dortmund,
It's a good story right now, but the longevity wise, I just can't put full trust into it yet.
Dortmund are away to Dusseldorf.
Yeah, and then they're home to Mönchengladbach.
That's a big game against Gladbach.
Yeah.
But Lucian's done a great job. We got to give him a big shout out
Yeah.
because they shouldn't. I don't know if they should be where they are right now, but they're winning games and they're finding ways to do it. And
Because if you go 6 points into the winter break,
that's nothing.
that's a little bit of hope. That's
Yeah.
hope right there.
Six is
That's
nothing.
a big swing.
6 is nothing. 9 gives them some breathing room. But
Yeah.
6 is nothing.
6 is a big swing considering then you still have to play Bayern now. Well, you still have to play Bayern once. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see. But they looked pretty decent this weekend, and I don't know, man. If they could keep this up, then Bayern are in some real danger. But Bayern have shown a bit of growth, and I think when players return, it could really help them out. But they just got to stay fit.
The
and,
break will do them well too.
yeah,
Yes.
rest up and really work on some things. But
100%.
they look good this weekend. Thiago back. If they could keep him, then they should be. If they could keep him healthy, then that would be really good for them. Italy. Look, Napoli saved it to the death. I think that's honestly, if we're gonna be real, because we're pressed for time. I think that's the only other team that we should talk about besides Juve. I know Inter won with the Icardi penalty.
Yeah.
But Milan played tomorrow, and then Roma won as well.
Yes.
But
They're really out of the equation.
Yes.
look.
And if Napoli had dropped those points,
I think it would have been.
it would have been.
I think it
would
would
have
have
been
been
nail
done.
in the
I
coffin.
think it would have been nail in the coffin.
Yes.
With Juve, Dan, they didn't hit another gear again.
No, they did not. At that game, I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, they got 3 points. Yeah. They need to show a little bit more. They need that second gear. I agree with you. All in all, I mean, at the end of the day,
I don't want to hear the fan perspective. You kill him. You kill him.
He can't do it to his own boys.
Dad, listen,
At the end of the day,
they won
it was
the
3 points.
they won the derby.
Give
okay?
us the PC. Give us the PC answer.
They won the derby. Fuck
It
that.
wasn't a good performance, but we got the 3 points. That's what you got to hit us with.
that derby's trash.
Listen,
What if they lost that derby?
I don't remember.
Ever.
Maybe when in 19
Yeah, bad. That derby.
13.
That derby ain't shit.
It's not a derby when one team always wins.
Yeah,
Well,
that derby ain't shit.
Listen, it's the Derby della Mole.
Come on.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Ronaldo got a little feisty after that penalty.
Yeah, he gave it the chest
I know
bump.
Fabs was not
Yeah.
having that.
If he checks me like that, he's getting punched in the face and I'm taking the red card.
He gave the keeper a little chest bump.
But he smiled. I was very upset with whoever that keeper was because
Don't smile in my face after you chest bump me.
he should have saved it.
He should have said that. He got a hand to it.
It went under him, and then you're gonna gloat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's your boy, Fabs.
No. Fabs.
No, you know I don't co-sign any of that.
I know.
Fabs does not have any of that. I was like,
I'm all for the goalie checking him and punching him.
Yeah.
Straight up, do it.
That was totally. I was like, yo, spicy Ronaldo. Yeah, whoa.
You can't do that off a 1-0 PK goal.
No, and
And not a great PK either. While we're at it,
Dan, I have just a quick question.
Go ahead.
I really think that this Ronaldo thing. I really think it's very serious, and the fact that they're not hitting this next gear, and I really think that it could stagnate them unless they really do some great transfer business in the next few years. Because where the hell is Berna?
he's on the bench.
Where the hell's Douglas?
Douglas is on the bench.
I know Cuadrado's hurt,
Yes.
but like there are some players that I feel like aren't really getting any time.
No, they're not.
And they won't be content.
Yeah,
You know Douglas's track record.
Yeah.
He's not
He,
content. on
he
the
just
bench.
signed an extension.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean much.
extension. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I'm just a bit concerned.
Berna just came back from an injury,
Okay.
so that's why he hasn't been playing. But he was playing at the beginning of the year. He's just coming back from an injury, so Max is just slowly integrating him
Were you
back.
pleased with Dybala?
No, I think Dybala can offer a lot more than he's been offering.
I want to have a discussion about him. Not today, but sometime soon.
All I'm saying is he just needs to stop hanging out with Paul.
Hey, listen,
If he really wants to hit the next stride, he's got to stop hanging out with Paul.
listen.
Yeah.
Then maybe that's not a great role model.
Find better friends.
Yeah,
Yes.
come on.
No,
Go hang out with Ronaldo.
Yeah. You would think.
Really?
Out of the two,
Yeah, come on.
he's going to be in the club two-stepping with Ronaldo.
Better than
Paul.
Yeah. No. I do think a discussion on Dybala is needed. Not right now, but in the future, yes.
okay. I feel like Eventually, we need to have that. Spain.
Boy, do people need to piss Messi off more often.
Yeah, that guy's not bad. He's not a bad player.
Involved in all 5 goals.
Yeah.
Another hat trick. That's 5 in 2 games.
Look, man, if these bozos get it wrong in January.
When they get it wrong in January.
Look, it's not even a joke anymore.
It's funny.
No, it is a joke. I'm not talking about the award, but like this is not a game anymore.
He doesn't look like he's playing games.
This is not a game.
He's gonna smash some records. Just throw it in all those faces.
Yo.
Good for him.
I had somebody tell me that they don't really take his achievements seriously because he's never gone abroad and done it somewhere
Oh
else.
Jesus, I'm so tired of that.
I'm not responding to that comment. Yo, it's 2018.
Because he didn't do it on a cold night in Stoke. Well, he can still do
Can
it.
you
on a
imagine
cold night
him
in
against
Stoke.
Yoshida?
Oh,
Can you imagine him against Burnley? like I don't get these Premier League
okay.
like I don't want to call them fanboys, but these people that only watch the Premier League and just feel that like these other leagues are not very good.
No word of a lie. I think he could have scored 8 against Fulham.
Messi would kill Fulham. Because what they don't understand,
Cardiff.
What they don't understand is that if Lionel Messi goes to England, he's probably going to Manchester City.
Yeah.
At this point.
If Lionel Messi were to go to Italy, he's probably going to Juventus.
Yep.
If Lionel Messi goes to Germany, he's probably going to Bayern Munich.
He's not slumming it out.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to Newcastle.
He's not going to go play for Werder Bremen.
He's not going to Roma.
No.
Like, come on. Like, what do they think? Do they think it's just going to be any different?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just never understood that. But it's cool. I mean, like I said, watch more games. Really. Like, I have nothing to say about him anymore.
There's not much left to say
Y'all
about
can
him.
bicker with everyone else who tries to say that he's not this or he's not that.
Just watch him play.
But look, if you watch the game, if you understand the game, if you have any concept of how the game is played, should be played, or should be, or yeah, basically those two concepts, then you understand that this guy is on a totally different level. And that is the end of the story. Barca are back at the top of the table. Suarez looks great. That 3-5-2 should never be played again. And yeah, Dembele should not be a right wing back either. But it did help that PK was kind of sliding in to cover him. But still,
I don't want to go down this road right now. But should we have a little talk about Dembele too? Do you think he's going down a slippery slope?
well, we got to get to the other guys first. Because at least the one thing that we could say about Dembele is that he scored some timely goals this season when it mattered, and that's saving him.
Yo, he's just got to show up to the games.
Yeah.
Or
practice.
And he's just got to show up to training.
Yeah. But
So, so I don't want to. We're not going to kill him yet. But trust me. When it's time to kill him,
we'll kill him.
I will be the first person because Fabs is going to be upset.
Yeah, very much so. That's my guy.
So I would kill him.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Fab wants a game against him in FIFA.
I feel like I could whoop that ass. Pause.
Hugo just texted me some stuff about some gambling. I'm not some gambling. Some match fixing.
Probably in Serie A.
You know how it's going. Real Madrid.
It's CPL.
Real Madrid won.
In another extremely unconvincing fashion.
Benzema scored a nice goal.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the bulk of it.
Look, at the end of the day, they're right there.
Yep.
So anyone who was talking about Madrid,
How many points back are they right now?
5.
5.
They're right in there.
2 back of Atletico.
2 back of Atletico.
Yeah, they're in there.
Who won this weekend on the road? Shout out to them for winning a game on the road. They're up 2-0. And then they concede the worst 2 goals ever from set pieces. And then Griezmann just, like, it's crazy because the headline would probably be Griezmann saves Atletico, but he didn't do much.
Again.
He's able to find the ball in the right pockets, but nothing in the final third that's decisive. Scored a penalty. Congratulations. Who'd they play? Vallecano?
Vallecano.
Yeah.
They played Vallecano? Couldn't clear their lines from a corner kick. The ball falls to Griezmann.
No, Vallecano, Real Madrid played Vallecano.
Okay.
Atletico played, where is it? Jesus, Murphy. They played Valladolid.
Yeah, there we go. And they can't clear their lines. It falls to Griezmann. He finishes it off.
Right place, right time?
Right place, right time. He did create the Kalinic goal, so that I guess that kind of saves him. But they're just squeaking by too. They're just really squeaking by. This is
that time of the year.
This is Barca's title to lose.
No, that's without a shadow of a doubt.
This is Barca's title to lose. And that's all I got to say. Real Madrid are just getting by. Atletico, and this is what I said. Dan, don't think I'm trying to kill Juve, but just like Juve, Atletico, it's time. We need to see another gear. Show it to us. Simeone, show us that you can evolve. Show us that you are more than just a one-trick pony.
One-dimensional?
One-dimensional.
No, I agree.
It's not good enough. These players should be playing better too. The Griezmanns, the Kokes, who I feel like has regressed. The Sauls, although he could play in multiple positions. Rodri and Thomas. You got a lot of talent there, but we're not seeing it. They should be contending. They should be right there. They should not be giving up 2-goal leads. They should be winning their Champions League group. There should not be Juve as the slight favorite. It should be dead on even. I don't think it is. They haven't shown me that they're going to get out of that tie. And they haven't shown me that they're going to win any trophies this season. And if they don't win any trophies, just like Klopp, he should be
gone.
They should have a real discussion about it. I'm sorry for ranting throughout this entire podcast. Well, I'm sick of everyone.
It's December.
I'm sick of everyone.
That's what December's for.
Exactly. Get it off your chest.
Almost got sick of Dan. No, I'm joking, Dan. Love you.
We just started our 2019 earlier than everybody else.
That's right. We're 1 month ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. But people need to hear this. It's getting to a point where like I'm not caping for Simeone anymore. We're not caping for Klopp anymore. We've basically buried Mourinho. We just gotta put the dirt on.
Put the dirt.
We got him in the coffin. Who else is there? I think that's it. Allegri, no Champions League. He's dead.
Oh, I've said that from the beginning.
No,
Scudetto and Coppa Italia doesn't save Allegri.
But those two, Klopp and Simeone, especially Simeone right now, boy, you got to do better than that. Barca are giving you lifelines. Madrid have basically conceded everything. You're not showing up? Come on. But yeah, that's all I got to say. We kill everything?
I think so.
I think so.
We've gone well overboard?
Oh, yeah.
We talked about a bunch of nonsense that we're going to cut out anyway, so that time is going to look much different. I told you, 50th milestone. I was in a mood.
Extra spicy this week.
Dad tried to be in a mood. Fabs was chilling because he's still chilling.
I'm still mentally out of the city.
Yeah.
But you guys got anything else to say?
I'm
done. Good.
Well, if you enjoyed that friendly banter between us three great friends and didn't mind that we killed possibly one of your favorite teams, this was the 50th episode of the InnerViews Podcast. You can find this podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, and any app on your Android devices. I'm pretty sure I hit everything. If you want to see us on YouTube, we do upload videos every day. Organic Unfiltered Soccer Analysis, basically breaking down games on youtube.com/theinnerviews. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/theinnerviews. Like and follow and like. On Twitter and Instagram, The InnerViews TV. I post some pictures of me trying to look swaggy, and I do tweet some things that I need to get off my chest when Fabs and Dan aren't doing that. And like I said, we do have this podcast every Monday, and it drops the next day. And on Champions League weeks and the big midweek weeks, which is not this week because clearly we don't care that much about the Carabao Cup. And I don't know if we're just going to come in here and talk about the Bundesliga.
It'd be a nice chance for us to catch up on Bundesliga.
We are going to catch up on the Bundesliga, but we're not going to come in and talk about it. But we will be prepped for the midweek and the weekend. So we're going to take that time to do that. So you won't find us here on Thursday prepped for Friday. It will be only this week, and then we'll come back next Monday. Oh, next Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday, special guest.
Next Sunday.
We're going to have a special, it'll be out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we're hitting you with that Christmas Eve podcast.
So
we're trying to get it to you quick.
Put it on when you got all your family members around.
And tell us what you like and what you don't like.
I want to hear what your dad thinks about our Juventus takes or Barcelona takes.
Oh, if your dad has a problem, hit the comment button. We'll talk about it. I don't care about what your dad thinks. I'm happy that Fabs cares about what your dad thinks. I don't care. Sorry. With that being said, since no one else has anything to say, everyone's tired and probably has the itis. It is your guy, Tyrrell.
It's your boy, Fab.
It's your boy, Dan.
And we're out.